An insult about Puerto Rico by a comedian at Donald Trump's rally in New York yesterday has been pounced on by the Democrats. Tony Hinchcliffe described the American territory as an island of garbage. So Kamala Harris has launched an attack ad referencing Trump's response as president to hurricane relief there. And while Trump's Latino support may have been tested yesterday, today he was out chasing the Christian vote. Andrea Vance reports from the US.
Donald Trump in a musical mood as he met church leaders in Georgia today.
We have to save religion in this country. I mean, honestly, religion is under threat in this country, serious threat, and we can't let that happen.
But his running mate, J.D. Vance, was unrepentant about racist and sexist comments made by speakers at his New York rally yesterday.
I think that it's telling that Kamala Harris's closing message is essentially that all of Donald Trump's voters are Nazis and you should get really pissed off about a comedian telling a joke.
Their Democrat rivals have seized on remarks like this.
There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay.
Launching a new attack ad targeting Latino voters.
I will never forget what Donald Trump did. He abandoned the island and offered nothing more than paper towels and insults.
That's a problem for Trump because in swing states, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Wisconsin and Michigan, there are sizable Puerto Rican populations. Critics compared Trump's event at Madison Square Gardens with a Nazi rally held there in 1939.
You know something, Trump maniacs? I don't see no stinking Nazis in here.
But plenty of anti-immigrant rhetoric.
On day one, I will launch the largest deportation program in American history to get the criminals out. And I'm hereby calling for the death penalty for any migrant that kills an American citizen or a law enforcement officer.
So, in a race that will be determined by mere margins, the Democrats are turning up the heat.
Mr. President, can you come here and comment on former President Trump's rally yesterday?
It's simply embarrassing. Beneath any president. But that's what we're getting used to. That's why this election is so important.
Donald Trump spends full time trying to have Americans point their finger at each other, fans the fuel of hate and division, and that's why people are exhausted with him.
But on the streets of Virginia today, it just wasn't important to voters who are tired of hearing the volley of insults lobbed between the candidates.
It just becomes like a lot, you know, like an overload of you know, people bickering back and forth and, oh, Kamala this and Trump this.
Maybe you don't like something or you heard something bad about this candidate or that candidate. Hey, guess what? We're all human. We all make mistakes. I mean, to degrees, obviously. I don't think Trump's a Hitler no more than I think Kamala, you know, is one either, or whatever anybody wants to call her. So I mostly vote for policy.
Let me say it like this. I don't really think our government cares for us too much.
Virginia was a swing state in 2008 and 2012, but solidly blue in the last two presidential elections. Donald Trump was ahead until Kamala Harris replaced Joe Biden in July. Washington watchers say that if he can defy the polls and pull off a victory here, he'll win by a landslide. Tomorrow, Harris will hold a rally in the Washington, D.C. park where Trump incited a mob to ransack the Capitol in 2021. One of her last opportunities to underscore the contrast between herself and the former president.
And interestingly, those shots there at the end of Andrea's story were of Kamala Harris visiting a Puerto Rican restaurant, and it happened at almost the exact same time that the comedian at the Donald Trump rally was describing Puerto Rico as an island of garbage.